Hi everybody, welcome back to Speedway Motors. My name's Tim. I always love it when you can stop by and we can talk about some of the great products that we have available to you. Hopefully something that'll help you out on your hot rod. I'm working on my 29 Roadster right now and I'm taking my time. It's been a long project, but I'm getting closer and closer to the end. I'm starting to look at some of the more minute details. One of the major pieces of the puzzle I still have to tackle, however, is the windshield on this devil. So I brought some of the pieces along with me that I've been considering and looking at, some parts that we've been developing here at Speedway to help guys like me and hopefully like you that are working on Model A Roadsters, whether it be a 28, 29 or a 30, 31. So I brought a bunch of pieces with me. This first video we're going to cover the more traditional parts, and then on the second video I'm going to talk about this other beast behind me, this Duval windshield frame. So definitely tune in for that. I wanted to get started talking a little bit about what was on my car to start with. I bought my 29 Roadster as just a cowl. I started with that and I built backwards and created a body out of this thing. Of course it looks like an all original 29 Roadster body now, but it didn't always start off that way. When I bought my Roadster Cowl, it actually sat around the call center here at Speedway Motors for a long time, and we used it to help develop some of the new parts that we have, some of the reproduction chopped windshield posts that we have in our catalog. This is what my cowl started out with. These are a solid brass two-piece windshield post design, and if you know anything about 28, 29 Roadsters, you know they didn't come with an adjustable windshield from the factory. Ford never developed that for the early Model A's. It would have come with a piece similar to this, which is just a standard post. We'll talk about this more in a second, but these were kind of a neat piece. These were developed by some aftermarket companies, and they're kind of unique. They're opposite from what you would expect on a 30, 31. They actually have a kind of a socket that goes from the inside out instead of the other way that you would see on some of the later cars. But these pieces are really hard to find. I've got the bottoms. If anybody out there has the top portion, give me a call. I'd love to talk to you. Or maybe we can make a deal on these bottom pieces, because I don't think I'm going to be able to use them. Of course, they're extremely rare. These would have been chrome plated originally. Of course, they've been sitting out in the Nebraska elements for a long time, and the sun's kind of beat them up, and all that finish is gone now, but still a really cool piece. So yeah, this would have been an optional two-piece design for a 28, 29. So I took these off my Roadster Cowl, and we used my Roadster Cowl as a basis for building some really nice reproduction chopped windshield posts for a 28, 29 Roadster. So we went to work, and if you look at a 28, 29 post, you probably think, geez, Tim, how hard is it? That looks like a pretty simple piece, but boy, is it ever complicated. Of course, when you put this on the car, it's critical to have all the right dimensions on it, and these curves are very, very complicated in the way they interact with each other, because this thing has to fit on your cowl post nice and tight. Your holes have to line up, and then most importantly, it's got to be flush with the windshield frame so you don't have any catty-wampus stuff going on. So it's a very complicated piece to make, as well as Ford made it. Of course, whenever we set our mind to something here at Speedway, we want to do it as good, if not better, than the factory, because when guys buy these, we want you to have a great experience, and we hit the nail on the head, I think you'll find, when you buy a set of these from us. If you need some 28, 29 posts, we've done all the homework. So we use the originals. We also use an original cowl, and we test fit our samples until we got it just right. We made some 3D models and some 3D prints to make sure we got this thing dialed in just the way it should be, and we couldn't be happier with the final result. We actually have now available these 2-inch chopped stainless steel posts, and they're gorgeous. As you can see, the polish is just phenomenal on these things. They're ready to go. You put them on the car, you bolt them up. There's really no thinking involved. Of course, you got to have a 2-inch chopped windshield frame for these devils, but they have all the important pieces just where they need to. They're going to slide right on. If you have a Brookville car, no problem. We've tested them on a Brookville cowl post too, and these fit just like a glove, so you're going to love them. Of course, those are available in polished stainless steel, just like you see them. They're a pair. If you need your little wing nuts and swivels, we've got all of those available as separate part numbers, so you can get those as you need them. These are meant to work with a 2-inch chopped windshield frame, and I've got one of those behind me. And this is a beautiful piece as well. You're not going to be disappointed. Everything's fit really nicely with these. One thing you do have to purchase is your studs, because we just want to make sure you get the studs that you want. We've got these all cataloged, and if you need help, our techs can help you figure out what you need. But again, very beautiful windshield frame. Does not come with glass, nor do we supply glass, only because it's easy to find through your glass suppliers locally. It's just so tricky to ship. We want to make sure we don't have any bad experiences there, but really easy to find. We've got all the window welting and everything else you'd need. So again, pretty much everything you would need to get your car going. I've actually thought about doing this style of windshield frame on my hot rod. It's really great looking. You know, it's kind of a timeless look, and it works. So a really good deal there. Another option that we have, if you have a 2829, is we have some aluminum posts, and we've had these in the catalog for a long time. As you can see, these are just a cast aluminum piece, and they're not drilled or anything. You can make these fit a stock car no problem. The good thing about these is you can polish them up yourself. These are nice if you have maybe a custom or a kit car. You can adapt these, cut them up, re-weld them, do whatever you need to do to make them fit. So I sell these to a lot of guys that have like kit car or fiberglass Model A's, and they work really well. So again, just another option for you. Moving into 30 and 31 cars, that's when things got a little bit more elegant, I guess you could say. You could buy a 3031, and it actually had a cowl post that was movable. I shouldn't say a cowl post, but a windshield post rather. And we have both pieces for what would be considered a 30 or 31 Deluxe windshield post. So we've got the bottoms, which are made out of steel, again, exact replica of what Ford would have used, and then the tops, which are polished stainless steel, just like the 2829 Roadster post. So again, very beautiful piece. These are sold in two part numbers. So one part number gets you a pair of the tops, the other part number gets you a pair of the bottoms. So again, you can't go wrong if you need a windshield for your 3031. Again, I hope that helps you out. Tune in for part 2. I'm going to talk about this Duval windshield frame behind me. It's actually set up for a 3031 Model A Roadster, and it's just a super cool piece. So tune in here in just a second. I hope that helps you out. But if you have any questions, visit our website, speedwaymotors.com. You can ask questions directly here on Facebook or on YouTube, and I'll get right back to you. Love talking about Model A Roadster stuff. It's kind of my forte, but any of the techs can help you too. Give us a call anytime. We're here for you to help you out. Make sure you have a good luck with your project. So again, thanks for stopping by, everybody. We'll see you again next time.